What is up, Lock Talk family? It's your boy Jason, and I'm here for another NBA breakdown. And before I go off on this breakdown, I gotta put the stunner shades on, man. We did it again, another winning YouTube video. In my last one, I did MLB for the first time on YouTube, all player props and all the spots I told you guys about. With 2-1, we cashed out regardless. Over under Ks, we had schoolball over Ks, and then unfortunately the guy from Seattle Mariners, I'm getting his name off the top of my head right now, but he didn't cash. George Kirby, he went over his K. So 2-1, profitable nonetheless. I'm gonna show some of these tickets right here. Some of you guys who followed us, some of our clients, they cashed out. Hopefully you keep on watching these videos and they've been helpful. If you want me to come up here and keep on dropping more gems just like this, smash that like button, shoot me subscribe, and make sure you have that notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. Obviously, guys, we're here today to talk about the Dallas Mavericks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let me just pull it up, man. We're already here, guys, and look, this game is, I've said it before, it's gonna get harder and harder to cap these NBA games, just simply because we know so much information already. We've seen 4 games already, and I called it out last game, man. I called it out last game. The Timberwolves won outright. Now they're back at home. Can they ride this momentum? What's gonna happen? Before I go, man, it's early in the morning, and I waited early in the morning instead of doing this last night for a particular reason, because I want to talk about something, just to illustrate something. Before I go, I'm drinking green juice real quick. Gotta get the brain food in, man. All right, so let's talk about this game. So if you guys remember, or maybe I can remind you guys, where has this line been when they played in Minnesota in the previous games? This line before they went to Dallas, it was at 6 or 5.5. Now back in Minnesota, it's at 4.5. So let's go take a look, guys. Let's first see where the money's at. So in the money line, I guess it's not too surprising, but everyone's putting them bets on the Timberwolves. This is the public right here for sure. Sharps are taking Dallas money line, probably plus money. I mean, the money line I'm not too concerned about, because obviously if you like Dallas, you can for sure bet Dallas money line. But the spread's big enough where you could take, the points. I know a lot of people that probably think Minnesota's gonna win. They don't want to take the risk that they win by 2 or 3, so they want, or even 4, so they want to just take the money line, parlay with something. I don't know, man. That's not my type of strategy. I'm just gonna talk about a game pick. If you want the props I like in this game, which I've been killing, or the actual other bets, obviously type into premium. Or if you want a week free in premium, I'm gonna pin a comment down below where you can get a free week in premium. So do not miss out on that, guys. Again, I'm trying to do my best to give you guys the best information I can for free on YouTube. So again, if you guys want me to keep on dropping these vids, we've been killing it here on YouTube, man. I'm telling you, we're taking over YouTube. Yeah, make sure you follow me, shoot me a subscription, or get on my Instagram, man. I drop even more stuff over there. So this is where the public's at on spread wise. All over Dallas, everyone's on the over 209. I think the line last game was around like 212. So we'll see where this moves throughout the day. But all right, so let's go into the match details, man. So in terms of this, I'm gonna look at the spread. We're gonna look at Dallas plus 4.5 and Minnesota minus 4.5. But the one thing I will say is, the big thing in this game is the injuries, man. Talked about it last time out. Derek Lively was not playing. He looks like he's a game time decision, and I think he's gonna play. From all indications I'm seeing, he's gonna play. So this is a game changer, man. Derek Lively, to me, of course, people are gonna make the comments, bro, what do you care about him so much? He's not Luka, he's not Kyrie. Dude, they're the 2 main stars, but you need supporting role cast. Even though they're so great, they cannot win the games by themselves. Like, for example, even though Karl Anthony Towns and Edwards did really good last game, Conley was a big piece in the last game as well. So I mean, I can't really say that none of these other guys are important. These supporting guys definitely make a difference. He makes a huge difference on the offensive glass, rebounding, assisting, points. I mean, he's aggressive. So I don't know if he's gonna be 100%. I'm very curious to find out if that injury is going to affect him in this game. Luka, he's been hurt, he's been banged up, and I think you kind of saw that last game. I mean, he did well, he had really good numbers, but I mean, he kind of slowed down at the end. That's just from my eye test. That's what I saw. I think, the longer, if this series goes on for another game, it's going to be worse and worse for Luka. Luka needs rest, man. He definitely needs rest. He's basically playing on almost 1.5 legs, in my opinion. On the Timberwolves side, this is a big one. I don't know if you can see on the screen. Let me see. Let's see if I can zoom in so you guys can see it. Mike Conley. I don't think you can see on the split screen, but Mike Conley is a game time decision, bro. Mike Conley is a game time decision. That's huge, bro. He is the facilitator, the point guard. If he's not playing, ooh, it's scary, man. I'm not sure. I don't know if that. So the reason why I say that is because take a look at the line movement, right? So I did this on purpose. I wanted to see, just to show you guys real time what the line would look like. But let's see. The line opened up at 4, which is pretty interesting. And then it moved. It's been stuck at 4.5, even though everyone, their mother, is on the Dallas Mavericks. I think Mike Conley's going to play today. I don't see any reason why he doesn't play. He doesn't look like he's too banged up. I think Luka plays. I think Derek Lively plays. So I think we're going to see a full lineup. So the thing is, why in the world, I mean, the odds makers had it. I think they had it right last time. They opened it up at 3.5. It moved to like 5.5 or 6. The last time they played in Minnesota. Now they opened it at 4.5. It's been stuck here. All the money, all the bets, or at least a lot of the public money is all over Dallas. You know, do we think Minnesota can pull off another dub? Obviously, the momentum's on their side. They just got the win in the last game in Dallas to keep themselves alive. And Carl just had his first good game, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. See, so Dallas versus Minnesota game 4. All right, I'm gonna share this screen real quick because I want to show you guys how they did in this one. So let's see. I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. What's up, guys? In a bigger light. Let's go. Where is it? All right, Dallas. All right, here we go. So Dallas, Minnesota, game 4. Take a look at their stats, man. Karl Anthony Towns had 25 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds. So Dallas is the only good game in this series, and they need him to do that, man. And then, like I said, Mike Conley, even though it's not a big stat, 14 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. I mean, he had a big effect on the game. And then obviously Edwards been ball hogging, been driving the team to their wins. So he had a good stat sheet, of course. But in terms of the game, man, there's one thing I want to point out. Look at Dallas, bro. I told you their field goal percentage had to regress. I didn't think it would regress this much. 42% from the field, 35% from 3-pointers. Timberwolves shot lights out, bro. They shot lights out, and that's the reason why they got the dub. In terms of free throws, it was pretty even. Everything else fairly even, man. So the Dallas Mavericks had, you know, a terrible shooting game, and Minnesota had an amazing shooting game. Guys, I mean, so let me get straight to it, man. There's no reason for it to go to 11 minutes, 10 minutes like it has been for some other videos. If I really had to make a pick for this game, maybe you guys can tell where I'm leaning for this game, but it's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not here saying this is gonna be easy. I think the best place are the props, but if you want the props, unfortunately, I have to keep it for my premium guys. They're getting mad that I'm giving all these gems on YouTube, but they get it, man. We're trying to grow YouTube. Come on here and really show how it's done from the Instagram side. Take a look at. I want to talk about one more thing: the trends on teams at home during the playoffs. So let's take a look. In terms of how these guys have done when they've played at home at the spread, Minnesota Timberwolves are 3-4. And I said this before, the Dallas Mavericks are actually a pretty good road team so far this season. Both teams are actually better at the spread away from their home court than at home. 4.5 points, I think, is, you know, a little. I think the spread still should be around maybe 3.5. Of course, I said it before. The home court advantage is really usually 2 to 3 points. So last game, the Timberwolves, they were 1.5 point favorites in the last time out. Now they are 4.5. So they gave them 3 points for being back at home. And I don't think the home court advantage has been that impactful for them. Derek Lively being back, I mean, everything points that maybe you should take the points with the Dallas Mavericks. But I don't know, man. I really do think, like, I'm going against what the stats are kind of telling me. I do think that to a larger extent that Derek Lively's not going to be 100%. Luka's not 100%. Minnesota has all the momentum for themselves coming behind them. They're going to be back at home. Yes, they have not been covering that well at home. Both teams have been much better away teams. But, man, I really do want to take Dallas Mavericks. If But this line is just so weird, man. All the money's been on Dallas. The books are taking stands at 4.5. They really do think that Minnesota's going to win and win outright by more than 4 points, probably 5 points. Usually when you see all this money, just keep on, right? 70% of the money, they keeps on being there. They usually would move the line maybe to 4, 3.5, but nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. So if you guys want my official pick, I mean, we'll see, because it's still pretty early in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning right now. For the sake of this video, I'm going to take the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. I think this line movement's been pretty weird. Of course, the Minnesota, they shot lights out. Dallas just had a really bad game last game. I think they'll both regress to their mean. Like, Minnesota doesn't shoot 50% from the field goal. But I will say this. Dallas, I never expected them to shoot that well throughout the series. It's just been Minnesota's defense wasn't doing as well. But maybe they found something. Maybe they found something in the last game. I do think Derek Lively being back is going to be huge. But we'll see if he's 100%. I think there's so many question marks, guys, that I'll be honest, this is not going to be my biggest bet for premium in this game. Maybe the props, maybe something in one of these props, maybe. But in terms of betting the side, like, I begrudgingly will say that I'm not super confident. I think this line's very tough. I think this game's gonna be very tough. It's Minnesota, obviously their backs on the wall and they're gonna want to get this dub. But I do think if I had to make a bet, I'm gonna side against the public again, man. I'm gonna take Minnesota minus 4.5. I don't love it, but you know, I do think, you know, that with the longer Luka plays in this series, the worse and worse he's gonna be. He needs some rest. They needed to win that last game, in my opinion. And I think, to be honest, Dallas's back is on the wall now, because now they're scared to get embarrassed. I honestly think Minnesota has a chance to cover this line, definitely win outright. Being back at home, it has not been their best spot, but it's the playoffs, man. I think Carl, he found something. Even though he fouled out, he found something, and hopefully he can carry that into this game, because they need him. If he does not have a good game, they're gonna lose. So again, guys, for the sake of the video, I'm taking the Minnesota Timberwolves minus 4.5. If you like that and you're Taylor, man, shoot a comment down below. Anyone that shoots a comment and is a subscriber has a chance to win a free daily card. I've been doing that for the past 5 videos I've been dropping. But again, guys, thank you so much for following me, watching this video, and I'll see you on the next